Howdy gang, Chris from Retain Genius, and welcome to day 11. I only got 10 fingers and 10 toes, so I'm doing 11 with 2 fingers. Welcome to day 11 of the 12 days of automation. And today we're going to be talking about how you could automate in your business, sending out seasonal tips and advice. So now, seasonal tips and advice, something that's simple, easy. You send a message out randomly, periodically through the year, sharing with clients, past clients, or even potential clients, tips and tricks on how they can maintain the service that you've delivered or given to them. So now when we're thinking of benefits that come from this, it's fairly simple, is obviously stay top of mind. That's the most important thing. If you're top of mind, you're the first they're going to call when they have to recommend someone or they need that service again. 2, most importantly, is that you're giving them value. If you're sending a tip, whether it's SMS or by email, you don't want to be that annoying person. You want them to be slightly excited to open that email. Not excited of joy like they're opening up a Christmas package, but just excited knowing that, hey, a message is coming from Bob. I know this will be something that can help me with the service he's delivered, to help that service that he delivered to me last so much longer. Everyone's conscious about their budget, trying to make their money stretch. If you're the one person saying, hey, I fixed your roof, or hey, I fixed your tiles, these are ways to make sure you're not calling back as soon as possible. They're going to be grateful for what you're doing, and they're going to want to open those messages. Another thing also that is indirectly at the same time is that it builds your authority. So that when it comes to any questions they may have, you're the first person they're going to think of to answer questions around a particular topic. Now, this is definitely more true in the more personal space of businesses that dealing with either health, nutrition, or finance. With the stuff that are more dealing with people's homes, it's a little tougher for them to come to you with questions on those things. But if ever you do have somebody coming for you for questions, you know you're doing a bang-up job on that. You're really nailed it out, knocked it out the park with you staying top of mind. So now let's think of let's dive right into examples of how this comes into play for different types of service businesses. So here I got, screen sharing. So I'm going to share 5 types of service businesses that'll benefit from automated tips and advice being sent out either by email or SMS. So when it comes to plumbings or HVAC systems, you can send tips on winterizing your homes to kind of be seasonal, even just preparing your air conditioners for the summer. So that can be just 2 messages already there in a year that you send out. And if you're really thinking a bit harder, I'm sure we could find 2 more to make it a quarterly message that send out. So you're not bugging them, but you're staying top of mind just enough. Cleaning services, sharing advice on how to declutter for spring. We all know spring cleaning's not around the corner, but when spring cleaning comes, everybody goes into overload and trying to make sure things are clean, feeling fresh, maybe reorganizing the house. And even post-holiday cleanup strategies after all the families come over, whether it's dishes or food or the dirty people brought mud in from the outside with their boots and stuff like that. So sharing tips like that to help them clean up. And let's be honest, especially for cleaning service and you're helping them with post-holiday cleanup, they might just get so annoyed and just call you to come in to clean up for them anyway. So that's another great way to get more sales coming in. Landscaping companies, you can provide seasonal yard care tips. So if you know summer's coming around, how to water your plants or water your hedges or water your grass. If it's coming around the winter, things you can do to take care. So if you know the person has a little garden, you can tell them what type of nets they can get to make sure the frost doesn't come into the ground to ruin their next season's crops. Or even just sharing planting schedules and snow removal advice. Concrete removal companies. This is something that's been on my mind recently. I've been looking it up and it's just, random rabbit hole I've been going down. And simple thing for concrete removal business is just sharing tips on how to prepare their driveways, sidewalks, or patios for extreme weather conditions. I'm in a northern climate right now. Winter's coming. It can get drastic depending on where you are on the coast. So these are great things to do to help maintain the removal of concrete or even just implementing of new concrete for them. And explain the best times of the year for concrete removal. So they know if they need to hire you to do the job for the back part of the house, it's best time to call us around this time of the year because the job gets done cleaner, faster, without less of a hassle or headache. And then skate sharpening. Share advice on preparing skates for the winter season or maintaining them during the off-season months. So that's one of the things. You gotta make sure there's no moisture, there's no water to ruin the blades during the off-season months. That's as far as my extensive skate sharpening knowledge goes. So let's dive into how to implement these things. So one of the easiest ways, obviously, through a newsletter. If you haven't had one, I'm sure you're receiving them already. If you're on mine, that's dope. I send great marketing and marketing automation advice tips on a bi-weekly-ish cadence. If there's no news, I'm not going to send stuff away just to send stuff. I make sure that every email I send you is actionable or helpful to you and your business. But back to the video at hand. So we have monthly or quarterly newsletters. Send an email with anything relevant that's seasonal or around a particular time of the year with a checklist or just some sort of helpful tips for them to keep in mind of what they could do to implement or improve the service that you've given to them. Holiday preparation tips, share advice on the upcoming holidays or seasonal events like cleaning tips or before family gatherings. So it's like, hey, Bob, hosting guests this holiday season. Here are 5 tips to keep your home sparkling clean. And seasonal safety reminders. Send a message reminding clients about the safety precautions such as winterizing their homes and checking smoke detectors. So this could be something where if you're offering something, whether it's like roofing or anything really around the house, like just sending little tips on how to stay safe. So like if you know that in the winter comes, they might want to put a Christmas decorations on top, what they should do to keep their shingles or their roofing safe so that they prevent any chance of slipping, or even what's the best type of ladder to get that has a good grip onto the ground in the snow or ice or whatever the case may be. So yeah, so there you have it. It's fairly simple. These are these things. I'm sure you're noticing a theme on a lot of the automation stuff that I'm sharing in these 12 days. It's much more personal. It's not just let me click a button and close my eyes and forget about things. It's really about finding a way to help your business focus more on the P2P, person-to-person business side of things to help build those relationships with customers that are either have been with your business or in your business or potential new customers coming in. Now, if you want help to implement seasonal tips and advice in your business, feel free to click the link below. Book a free consultation call. I'll be happy to hop on there. Otherwise than that, you have an awesome rest of the day. Peace.